Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Bastion. Time to head for Azendra Gate. Zulf's agents must also want the final shard, knowing it is key to undoing the harm they caused.
Azendra Gate used to lead down to the terminals. Now it leads up to the stars.
To the Ura, the Bastion symbolizes Celandia, which they know brought the calamity upon them.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zulf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand as living proof of that.
I'm gonna let the game do a lot of the talking for much of this episode, probably. But as you can see, this is definitely...
At the heart of the calamity was a simple idea.
Day 2 afternoon, that's right. I
We
remember.
never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me.
So which were you, Rooks? The soldier, the spy, or the scientist? Or all of the above?
We sought solutions far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now.
So you might notice we searched quite a long time for this final shard. Across various landscapes. Everything that is left, actually. Everything we can possibly find. Leaving corpses in our wake at this point.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit.
Gotta grab the shards because, I mean, I have a lot, don't get me wrong, it's just I can use them eventually.
Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
Gotta keep moving. If you let them get their shots off, you're not gonna be long for this world. Ooh, something fancy. For one of the final upgrades we need.
It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer.
Day 3 dusk, we were on that barge for a long time. And yes, if you haven't guessed, you might know who Ven is. He's been discussed before.
With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals would be gone.
Even the kid gets no rest. The Ura are hounding him.
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort.
Looks like the Peckers aren't fans of you guys either. Of course, as much as they're hounding the kid hounds them right back. He has to get the shard.
But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own.
Something wrong. one we've seen before. Just wanted to make sure. Day 6.
We sabotaged the Mancer's little science project. Set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Van must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
So if you haven't figured it out, Van is Zia's father. Day 7 dawn.
But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard. We're lucky to be alive. Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Let's be honest, why should they believe it? After all, Bastion is the symbol of Ceylondia, of everything wrong that they've seen in this world, and in the next. You have no reason to trust us. Nah, I've got to focus fire. With these guys, it's really difficult. Stop healing! Not the fastest attacking weapon, that's for certain. Let's take out the old strats.
Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off.
There. Finally.
First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. Zia.
The Ura escaped with the final shard, knowing the Bastion will never recover without it.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move. But we knew ours already.
Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade our rifle, the last one we need. Bullets cause area damage, a bit of explosive powder in each cartridge designed to explode on impact to cause collateral damage. Or razor rounds, bullets ignore armor. A large caliber cartridge intended to destroy small targets or punch through large ones.
Taught him a little something from my days on the front.
Fortunately, we don't have another upgrade for... we don't have another something pointy. Let me double check if we can buy one. Nope, by the looks of it, we're not gonna get something. That's a shame. Alright, let's move on then.
There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Zoltan's Hollow. Zia detected. The Ura launched their assault on the Bastion from this outpost. Zia must be there. I forgot to do info. After Zulf vowed to destroy the Bastion, Rooks accelerated work on a secret weapon.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. He finds his moment to strike. They never saw him coming.
And what do we have here, Rooks?
He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
Say hello to the Calamity Cannon. It's powerful, and it hurts if you're too close. Just figured I'd just demonstrate that.
The Ura found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Sultan's Hollow. They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy, even.
Completed the country. Restored the land piece by piece. Raised the required number of land pieces through travel and exploration.
Still, they ain't used to having visitors around.
Unfortunate that we just happened to upgrade our carbine to full, but...
They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rock slinks back into the ground.
Gotta aim a little bit better. This isn't as automatic fire as some other weapons.
Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion.
So we bring the rocks back, and it destroys their home.
Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
Is this really what we want, Rooks? Them in a panic? Afraid of us? Like old times, huh? Let's go ahead and switch back. It's a good weapon, but my carbine is upgraded and far better. And if it didn't give you a hint...
Kid's done using the Calamity's power for now. But the Ura ain't finished. They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid.
And if you didn't get the hint, the upgrade material for the Calamity Cannon is something wrong. Is that really what we want to be using? Is Rook's really who we want to trust with all this?
Those rodents are just a bump in the road.
Thankfully, this thing has long enough range that we can attack those things without having to be in range of their... Stop aiming over there. Of their lasers. Come on. These things are a bit of a pain, in case you haven't noticed. Got him, though. I can't get over there to shoot it.
By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Kid returns their greeting tenfold.
Rooks just seems to be more and more bloodthirsty about this, as if he's given up on any hope of reconciliation or peace.
Kid's picking the whole place apart, piece by piece.
And we've got something burnt. Something we've already gotten before. And a few more shards for our troubles. Alright, now then.
Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow.
Not too many of these. Where are you coming from? Ah, that explains that.
The Ura ain't pulling their punches.
That was unfortunate.
They're easy targets.
I forgot. I have armor-piercing rounds now. Gotta be quicker than this, though, because it's regenerating so much health. Ah. Gotcha. There we go. There's another one! How dare you, game? Never hated artichokes more in my life than right now. Ugh. Alright, let's get some of these squared away.
Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Enough with the laser. That's a really long laser. But thankfully, I have enough range to compensate. Oh, hello. Oh, there you are. For a minute there, I thought you fell off the edge. Perhaps it would have been better if you had.
They're keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther.
Ah, it hurts a lot. Doing very poorly. Let's go to the bottom right. I have a feeling that's a secret area. Something foul. That would be for our flamethrower. Sorry, fire bellows. Nope, we want to go this way.
Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening. Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid.
Who cares about who they're losing to? They're losing everything. And it's because of us, isn't it?
They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong.
Maybe they pegged us for having more mercy than they thought. Or being less destructive. Yeah, they had us pegged all wrong.
Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it.
Are we? Are we, Rooks? You haven't explained exactly how. Another one of the artichokes. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Ah, they got me. Restart with idols.
When the Ura attacked, we took it hard. And now? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me.
I'll be back when I get back to that same position.
The Ura ain't pulling their punches. Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
The opportunity is over? Really, Rooks?
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better.
We never even tried, did we?
Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
What was the point in hiding it all? There was only 3 of us. What did it matter what happened in the past? Too many enemies. Get rid of them.
Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry. But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns.
What is happening, Brooks? How can you solve all these problems, all with one thing? What do you think is going to happen when we get this final shard?
He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon.
Child's drawing, a memento, a crude but heartfelt illustration, is inscribed in chalk on a stone surface. Unlike most of our civilization, it survived the calamity more or less intact. There we go. A couple of crits and those guys drop like flies.
There's nothing standing in his way no more. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
Zia agreed to return to the Bastion.
You had to see if everything Zulf wrote to you was true.
And that's one of the big revelations of this game. Who has Rook's been talking to this entire time? He's been relating the story straight to Zia all along. Ask Zia about her harp guitar. Pardon me, miss. Does this belong to you?
Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you?
Child's drawing shows Zia the simple drawing found far to the east. The calamity took everything from the Ura, didn't it? Besides their will to fight.
They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back.
Then what are we fighting for, Rooks? This is one of the only traces left of the Ura civilization.
I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
But how? What are we undoing? That's the big question. First, let's double check to make sure there's nothing here that's super important. The Mancer Missile. The Calamity Cannon, an experimental ordnance that breaks into a cluster of explosives on impact, spreading destruction. A small-scale prototype of the device that caused the calamity. That's right. If you wield the Calamity Cannon, you are literally wielding a small-scale prototype.
Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
Part of what caused the calamity itself. And we still don't have anything for the something pointing, but we do have something wrong. Rockets cause knockback. Rockets will not launch automatically. I would probably want them to cause knockback.
First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides.
The blast radius would make it hurt yourself more often, so you probably want to do charge up speed.
Now, who would have taught a kid to do a thing like that?
Reload speed and damage. I would probably go reload speed personally, but we're not going to upgrade it too much more. I don't want to spend shards on it because, like I said, it's an awful weapon, and we don't want to use it. But we still have a shard to get, and a bedroll to sleep in, and a lot more to do. We have to undo everything, and save everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.